So let me give you my background.
Hmm.
I am Tamisha Thomas. I have a background in radio, music. I moved from WEUP radio and came to North Carolina and began teaching. Realized,
Okay.
at the time, my fiance, I'm in the Silicon Valley of the East, Raleigh, North Carolina, is slated to all kind of technology growth here. We have three research universities here. We have two HBCUs here. We have other secondary colleges here. We have five colleges in downtown Raleigh alone. Um,
Goodness.
so we are an emerging tech city. Our growth is slated to be out of this world for this century. And so I'm bringing robotics to the African American community. Last year we had a robotics team with First, and then the engineer who was helping us build a robot, because not only do I infuse robotics there, I celebrate Black inventors. I celebrate
Hmm.
I fuse a lot of history with it, and then I bind it with my love, media, and so we actually
Hmm.
create videos out of what we're doing to circulate on the internet, but also to be part of our programming. Because who said Hollywood had to be in California? That media background of mine, and the new technologies that we have, we can
Yeah.
create content around learning is fun, to change the narrative of what our kids are familiar with, to raise up the next generation of doctors, scientists, lawyers, and physicians for our community. And so when I saw this opportunity to actually, I feel like could help to shape I usually staff a lot with young people, interns straight out of
Hmm.
college.
Hmm.
Well, this would be a great training program, because what we have done is, with the nonprofit, we have extended learning. And the extended
Hmm.
learning is summer camps, it is after school programs. And I said, oh, this would be great professional development to be able to institute more lessons. So that's
Yes.
me. That's what I do, media, extended learning, and then I design the curriculum myself. We're getting ready for this voucher money with with the defunding of schools, because in North
Hmm.
Carolina they actually tested out that program here to be able to have the vouchers first for low income people, but then they took that cap off
Hmm.
2 years ago, and now everybody can use those vouchers. So we want to be
Okay.
to be able to have a four-story building, with the lower building being the lower level being education. And I just felt like this
Hmm.
was a great opportunity to learn more about what you're doing, to see the synergy of how we fit.
So how did you connect with Perrin
I
with the Acres coaching?
I do research online, so I'm constantly. Well, no, that's not what it is. I subscribe to the North Carolina um, extended learning newsletter, and they always have great resources. And you guys were in there, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds amazing. This is what is perfect." And so, yes, ma'am, that's how I found you. And then went to the website, and I found
Oh,
you.
that's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I didn't know. I had taken the liberty to look up a little bit about what you did and your area of expertise, and I was fascinated. I just think, wow, that's amazing what you're doing, the work you're doing. So kudos to you and your team.
Thank you,
Phenomenal.
thank you.
I I am to give a little bit of background for me in a nutshell. I am a retired anesthetist. I worked in anesthesia for over 25 years. My undergraduate degree is in chemistry and sociology as a double major. And so, what I'm doing, and I got my master's in anesthesia as a physician's assistant from Emory. So what I done with that now as a retiree, I have two businesses that I own. One is a nonprofit, which is John and JeJuan Stewart Jr. Foundation, where what we do is we really focus on youth leadership development powered by STEAM.
Okay,
And so for us, STEAM includes an extra M for medicine.
okay, that's
So
what.
we do
Okay,
ex so we do exposure to science, technology, engineering, arts, medicine, and math in
okay,
our curriculum. Our emphasis is 60% placed on youth leadership development and character development through service learning. the service learning initiative and service learning model. And then from there, we do exposure experiences. We call them IC for STEAM exposure experiences for students, where we don't talk about STEAM, but they actually do it and they see it and they are exposed to it as young as kindergarten all the way up through college.
Okay.
So those are the things that we're focused on. We have a Saturday Enrichment Academy that's part of our programming that we offer. And through our academy, our students are connected with NSBE, the National Society of Black Engineers.
Okay.
Our students get access to NSBE. We have the capacity to build out 4 robotics teams. The goal with it is to have a pipeline for
Okay.
robotics. So when you talk about robotics, that's near and dear to my heart. However, our challenge, and hence the reason why I connected with Acres Coaching, is that we had a challenge getting mentors and getting people to support and to pour back into the youth that we wanted to serve. So this year is our first year. We've been working with our first robotics team for about 3.5 years. This is our first year having a competitive team.
Okay.
And so we've been building access, building the opportunity. We've had great mentors that would stay for a period of time and then would have to leave because what a lot of what we do is volunteer generated.
Right.
We don't have the funding to pay them for their time yet, but we do a lot of volunteer services and people will volunteer their time. So our students have competed the first year this year with First Robotics. We also had for the past 3 years a First Lego League Challenge team, which is mainly the elementary to middle school age group. And so we're in the process now of looking for a space of our own to be able to work through and work out of in Atlanta. We're in the metro Atlanta area. Primarily my address is Snellville, but it's like we're a community-based organization. So we service students from all over
Right.
metro Atlanta. Anyone can join. We are a fee-based model, so the parents would have to pay a registration fee for the year. And then students get access to the resources and things like that that we offer throughout the school year.
How much do you charge?
Um,
How much do you charge?
Not enough.
So I mean, so what is not enough?
Now, for right now, our cost for new members is $500 for the year,
Yeah,
and
that's what I charge. Right.
and if they return, it's half that. So
Okay.
I give them a discount for returning.
Okay.
And so, and we limit our numbers to no more than 50 families that we serve. So what we do is that our goal is to really concentrate our efforts with these students and families.
Hmm.
And then as they graduate out, hopefully they'll tell it, other friends and that sort of thing, and we'll just kind of keep it going.
Okay.
But our emphasis is to really provide access to opportunities for our students and our parents. We do parent coaching, parent support, working with students and getting them volunteer hours, exposure to STEAM opportunities. And during the summer, in the past, we've done partnerships with like Emory University and different groups to provide them with internships and different things like that. So it's, they get their money's worth definitely, but it's not enough. I think per student, if we were to charge per student for what we do on a yearly basis, it would be well over $2,000 a year.
Right. Okay. Right.
Mhm,
Okay. And so how are you connected with
mhm.
makers? What does that program look like that assists you with the robotics? Or how do you implement what they're doing into what you're doing with the robotics?
Well, the nice thing about Acres for me is that with my second business as a for-profit business, I do consulting in STEM and STEAM. And so as a consultant, I use Acres to expose nonprofit organizations to this as a resource, and I can charge for my services.
Oh, so you charge them to be a part of Acres. Oh,
Yes,
really? Okay. And so how much do you usually
yes.
charge them to be a part of Acres?
It Right now we are working on that fee-based
Oh,
structure. That's something that we're establishing now. So I'd have to talk to parent about that and what that looks like. It's per hour based on my salary and what I do. But I think that is something that we can negotiate, can work with, depending on how many students we're working with, how many educators are being trained, or individuals being trained, if there's a nonprofit group that's being trained in it. Right now, I'm really working through that to see what that can look like, honestly.
Okay, but I thought Acres was free because it was funded for free. So
It is free. The curriculum is free, but my time isn't free for training.
okay, so you train so the curriculum, they give you the curriculum and then you come and administer the
Yes.
curriculum.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. So okay, I see what
So
you're saying.
yes, it is a free curriculum online. It's free, and you're welcome to go through it after you've gone through what they're doing right now. They're in the formative stages of building this out,
Okay.
because their grant from the National Science Foundation will be coming to a close in the next, I say, year or so. So they're trying to transition it in such a way that it's still self-funding and still making an impact.
But the curriculum is
Does
online
that make sense?
now? Yeah, but the curriculum is
Not yet. It will be.
okay.
It will be. It will be online, coming online soon.
Well,
Hmm.
then are they going to monetize it coming online where maybe they charge for that once they put it in a learning management system?
That's a very good question, to be
That's what I
honest with you.
do.
I'm not really sure if they plan that out, to be honest with you. I don't know. I
So
am
what?
not sure. I
So
know they're in the stage now of all of the acres coaches that have been teaching and training with it in the past, I say years that it's been established. We are in a position that we can now charge our own rate for the services that we're offering with it. And we can build that out for ourselves
however you want
to
to,
engage with the communities. Hmm.
okay.
Hmm. And right now, I'm the only one really within in Georgia offering it. So
Okay.
it positions me to be able to do a lot of training within the education system, the homeschool systems, different things like that, to equip teachers, parents, individuals that want to be trained in acres.
Okay.
Hmm.
So how how much
Jenny, you
how
gotta
much
go. It's
you
three.
got to go?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's 3:30.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's continue this
Hmm.
conversation. Let's make a note to continue this conversation because I don't want to make you late for any meetings. And I got a lot of people.
No, I'm.
You good?
Yeah, I know you have some things to finish up too on your end, but at least we've got an introduction going.
Right. And so what we'll do is we'll keep the conversation moving because I got something else for you. I'm trying to be the new first. I don't want it to be $5,000. If we're able to keep more of that money, we can do more for the kids. And my son
Hmm.
was the first. He was a first um, recipient. He is make he, he's in engineering at right now A&T, and
Hmm.
he's got major scholarships because he put first on his resume. But I've got this new
Hmm.
idea to basically start a competition just for Black kids because our experience in first was that here the woman who runs it across our state, she authorized for our robot to be stolen so that we wouldn't be competitive, we wouldn't become competitive. And so, and yeah, so here, what they do is they've got a lot of corporate sponsors, and the woman here who runs first, she's amazing. I love how she does business. Even when the way she eliminated us was masterful. But she is very, very connected to our legislator, and she has.
Hmm.
We're in North Carolina. We've got a lot of tech companies here that she's got. Schneider Electric that has 30 teams that actually pay for the cost of what it would be in first, and then the engineer comes and builds with the kids for 6 weeks. So I mean, but they didn't build us a competitive robot. They built us something but our kids worked that robot, boy. They actually placed and they did some things, but I was like,
Hmm.
let's take the barriers off of this. And I would like to talk to you more about what I'm envisioning, where I want to even actually do something different and put you on a team with some people that I have here where we're bringing students here And maybe you can also help us with the acres and your connection with coaches to be able to build a new team where when they come, they're talking about Black inventors. We got some Black cheerleaders, and we are really creating an atmosphere for our children to feel confident in learning
Well,
these.
see, that's one of the reasons why I created what I did.
I know.
That's the reason behind it, because I'm a mother of four, grandmother of nine,
Right.
and
Yes,
and I
grandmother of nine.
and I I'm really committed to seeing this happen within our communities first.
Right.
And I was tired of our children not getting access to these things.
Right. I can't hear you. You went out. You went out.
I'm just great. Oh, I'm here. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. But if we were just really, I just blessed because of our connection with Nesby.
Right.
Nesby is the one that opened the door for us to get funding for our first robotics teams.
Right.
And but I realized that that funding's not going to last forever.
Right.
So you've got to be able to build it
I
in
built it.
house. And so one of the reasons why I started with put my emphasis on servant leadership development is I wanted to emphasize with students, character building skills, how to engage with anybody in any situation and circumstance, and then for them to build their own platform
Right.
of what they want to do to make a difference in their community. So those are the things that we work on with the students. The robotic stuff is like icing on the cake, but
Right.
there's other things that come out of that that can really build them and build their capacity for engagement a lot more. So yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to speaking with you.
What I would like to do is rope you in with a conversation with Renee Daughtry. He works for Cisco. He has a program here called Symmetry. And I asked him to maybe sit on a steering committee where we are actually looking to create competition teams where when they register to be in competition, that money is coming to the people at the table to grow our organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And so you
No, that's huge.
organization, and then with with this coach, you probably have the connections being a coach at the early stages of this to engage the other coaches that have already gone through this program. Do you have access to the other coaches and are you
Oh,
guys
absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
In fact, it was, I'm not, you're familiar with the Lonnie Johnson STEM Center, correct?
No, I'm not. I'm a marketer. No, ma'am.
Oh, it's okay. Well, you still have access to STEM. You have a child involved. You still
Well, yes,
plugged in.
God threw me into this, and I'm like, okay, I'm just picking up the
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
I'm just picking up the camera and telling the stories. That's all. That's all. You know, so
well, yes, I do have some access points that we can discuss. We'll
so so,
talk more.
so what I want to do is I wrote me, you, and Renee into a call. Give me about a week to be it because I
Okay,
see him, and then we can kind of
sure.
on what this looks like, and how we
Mhm.
can make this something that our kids gravitate to. Two, we can get paid, we can grow, and we can change how education is done for our children.
No, that's great. I love it. I love all of that.
Well,
Thank you. And
thank
send
you.
me this tape. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good day.
All right. Take
Mhm.
care.
Yes,
Bye
ma'am.
bye.
Bye bye.